Hello everyone and welcome back. I won't be using numbers to refer to the winners round bracket anymore because there are 4 players left and that means we are in the semifinals. And this match happens to be Prussian Prince versus Hiro over here in red. Of course we have Prussian Prince, the champion of the Mori from the get-go. And he chose the first map that is rice fields and very interesting army here. You see this front line of swords right here? Those aren't katanas, those are nodachis, every single one of them. There are 8 of them in fact, along with just a couple cavalry and the 3 Naginata warrior monks. This is a charge army. He's going to go right into this and hope for one big charge to seal this deal because he has very little cavalry to help him grind it out. On the other side here, we're looking at Hiro. He's got the katanas to grind it out. Looks like he's got 7 of them, along with a couple bows, matchlocks, Yari Ashigaru. I think all Hiro has to do here is break this charge. And actually, these big Nodachi armies, they're really... It's hard to have a Nodachi core when they're all Nodachis because it actually takes quite a bit of micro because you have to get good charges off on all of these Nodachis. It's actually very hard to do. We'll see if Prussian Prince can end up making it work out for him here. He's got the Yari Ashigaru up in the front. Interesting. I'm not sure if I agree with that because it will sort of ruin the charge a little bit if they're in front, but they will be taking shots from the matchlock, so that is definitely a good thing. Don't want to waste your Nodachis on that, but he could definitely be using this for anti-cavalry action. Actually, I think that's what we'll see here. This Yari Ashigaru is actually going off to cut off the cavalry. He still has to go all the way around the building to be of any use. That's actually a pretty good idea. Looking here at the charges, no bonsai is activated, so a little bit of micro trouble there. I think that he needed those big charges to really make this work out. And all these katanas waiting in reserve, they're going to be able to maybe grind this one out against the relatively fresh, actually very fresh Nodachis. I don't think there's any experience among them, except in this one right here that has 2. That one just gained 1, so he's sitting at 1. Catches the cavalry off guard. It's a great guard actually, so the Naginatas and Yari Ashigaru will take out that great guard. That's going to be pretty big. What cavalry that Prussian Prince did bring is actually managed to hold down this over here, so he could win this. He has a lot of infantry. It's hard to say who has the advantage exactly, but Prussian Prince could end up just crashing through this front line and moving on. This general's already in stand to fight, but so is Hiro. So, and look at this, managing to overwhelm the front line here with all those Nodachis. Look, this is going to work out for him, despite maybe not using it to its full effect. It can still work, and that's all that matters. All you got to be is good enough, and that seems to be what he's doing here. Because Hiro, maybe he's just a little flustered or something, but just could not get around this army at all. He had a lot of cavalry, but it all sort of got caught off guard. And Prussian Prince actually has a bunch of cavalry just sort of waiting in reserve. So. Very interesting. Prussian Prince is just going to take this big front line and crash right through Hiro. Good map for that sort of play. And he brought a army to complement that. But here, a couple units routed here from Prussian Prince, but looks like Hiro's definitely getting the worst of this engagement. Maybe he should have done a little better job of blocking these charges. Maybe bringing up Yari Ashigaru or something to the front. The general for Hiro is trying to run away now. Still 30 men, but it looks to me like Prussian Prince is going to have too much. Just way going to overwhelm Hiro at this point, moving all his forces in from the right flank. They're not going to be hitting the matchlocks here, which is about all the shock troops that Hiro has left. They're desperately trying to shoot into this mass, but there's just going to be too many of them. Kind of samurai are getting just hammered here by the Nodachis. I'm actually pretty surprised at how effective that was. I was not expecting that charge to do so much damage because it wasn't very meticulously microed. And so the charges weren't as big as, not even with the bonsai. Maybe could have been a lot better, but will this be enough? It looks like it will. This whole right side for Hiro is just gone, and he's able to collapse in here on the turn. Actually, Hiro did a good job of actually winning these melee fights here on the left and the middle, so it was just overwhelming the right there. Just let one of his flanks crash, and that was going to be just enough for Hiro to maybe come in and clean up. But it's maybe going to be close. Hiro's not dead yet, and he is managing to rout quite a bit here in the center, and he's also hitting the general. This is a Naginata monk here tearing up the general, so if he can kill the general, maybe a little closer here. Definitely will be a close battle, despite Hiro seeming to get the better of the initial engagement, and looks like all the infantry here for Hiro is just getting chased off the field, so looks like Prussian Prince is going to take this game on his home turf, go up in the series 1-0. But Hiro's still making a last stand here. The general for Prussian Prince is down to 10 men. Though at this point you know the general was killed, Prussian Prince does have a lot of infantry left. There's just the numbers will inspire the troops, and so if the general dies and you have a big numerical advantage, it usually won't be enough to swing in your favor. And 1 unit left, just the general making this last stand, and there he goes. Prussian Prince in red, taking game number 1. See you back on the main menu. So honestly, I did not see the outcome of the battle happening like that. Prussian Prince was so thinly spread out, and that's great for initial charges, but seeing as he didn't really get that good of an initial charge off, I really expected Hiro, that thicker formation of Katana Samurais, to just eat right through the middle and then sort of just envelop the 2 flanks that were left of Prussian Prince after he broke through the middle. That's how I really saw that one going down, especially if the cavalry managed to get around. It would have been game over really quick for Prussian Prince, but knowing that that cavalry would have made a big difference, he went after that right away and turned out to be a good choice, because if Hiro got that cavalry around, that would have been game over, no problem. But Prussian Prince stopped it, and quite impressively too. Maybe Hiro got a little flustered. Maybe he just wasn't expecting an army like that. We have not seen an all Nodachi infantry army like that. Well, not all Nodachis, but 8 of them, obviously a very big number. Maybe just wasn't exactly sure what to do, because it seemed like he was a little flustered there in the beginning. So we'll see if he can turn that around on his home turf. I will see you there. Thanks for watching, everybody.